About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal. I got my reach. Said I was gonna get it. They ain't gonna see it, but they ain't gonna believe it. Can't stop, I can't now. Hold on, let me get the breakdown. Train to go like a K now. I'm about to let my light shine. We piped up till the pipe down. These niggas selling pipe dreams. Baby girl, you sweet as ice cream, and I need, you better believe. Sit back, look at my cheeks. Why you had to check my demeanor? Competition ain't free. I'm about to take them to the cleats. They gon' get started depressed. Being not start no mess. These niggas petty, and I'm not impressed. I have them holding his chest, like he having heart attacks. Told you I'm hard to death. I know that they see it, but they don't believe. Look at them so misleading. 144, mission complete. We undefeated, you better believe. Fuck being equal, I'm unique. Drop a line note, like a bi-motor. Prepare for the fallout. One way solid, what you talking about? Me and my nigga bout to ball out. These little nigga better bow out. Tell her rank up, tell her fall out. I'm on my job, I can't call out. I'm in the wind, I want it all now. Don't give a damn about the track, regular little nigga, you about to lose today. Look, I got moves to make. You can even move, you can get moved away. Choose your fate. Most of these fools, they fake. Ain't got a card to play. Nigga, they ain't hard to break. It's gonna get dark today, like the rest of Sean told the hard way. Nigga, wait out of your league, please believe. About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal. I got my reach. I'm gon' get it. Know they gon' see, but they ain't gon' believe. Sick with it, now you know that. Fuck the world, I can't go back. Ain't no coward, I don't know that. Bitch, I'd rather take a toe tag. Run it up, you know I'm good to go. Work my ball, you know I'm good as gold. They want smoke, I'm revenge naked in my bedroom doing the Tootsie Roll. Big dog niggas, I'm trying. It's my time. You way out of line, way out of bounds. Oh, you ain't noticed the line. That on my flow is a vibe. I know it's gon' be stressful. I know it's gon' be pressure. Gotta stay focused. It's a cool world, baby girl. I should be a soldier. You should be my loaded. It feel like something controlling me. Spirit take over me, holding me high. Believe me, it's over. Look over my shoulder and I see my soldiers and they ain't no play. Keep spitting fake. He real, but I'm real. Fucking leader, I don't feel him. Fucking God, I don't feel him. Cut his eye, I'm about to kill him. Wait, hold up, let me catch the rhythm. Okay, I got it, I'm ready. He crossed that line, he gon' regret it. Know how I rock it steady. Hope he keep it going steady. You better believe me. Certified, one west solid, it ain't hard to tell. Can't lie, this hard as hell. These people raise this nigga, better watch yourself. I'm getting this mail. Chasing them blue faces like I'm Gargamel. And I work too hard to fail. Glock with me, gotta guard yourself. You know why I keep it, they try to come get me, I'm squeezing. You better believe. About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal. I got my reach. I'm gon' get it. Know they gon' see, but they ain't gon' believe. Like that.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do. Huh? You young niggas ain't tough. You young niggas ain't tough. You young niggas ain't tough enough. I don't think y'all really wanna fuck with us. I told you we no bitches. I'ma need for you to listen while I paint this perfect picture. We not Christians, watch your mouth. Have them angels in your house. And them people bring you out. Bitch, you know we got that power. And you know we not no cowards. Oh, you on that bullshit? Well, I'm on it too. Oh, you think I'm bullshitting? Wait till I get with ya. If I gotta go to ground, I'ma shut the town down. I ain't about to stop until I hear stand down. All you gonna see is a lot of man down. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go to ground. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord of course. On one accord.
the clout. We just want the greatest. I'm just trying to get it. If not, I'm trying to take it. Give me that. I say fuck the devil. You think I'm talking Satan? One West in my blood, I'm a U.P.K creation. We don't give a fuck, you can see it in our faces. Got it out the mud, straight up out the basement. The world done made me crazy. The world done turned crazy.
You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I'm siding with the Lord of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go to ground. You dealing with the men of war. We at war.
They know about
I'm
that
siding
shit.
with the Lord of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground.
144,
we go
nigga.
to ground.
You see me riding with them people I be sliding with. We take the truth, ain't no denying it. It's this fire I spit, I got that line script. I put that pressure on them, about to put extra on them. This how the Lord is doing you. Boy, I tried to warn you. We go to ground, I own your time, yeah. You wanna blaze, we in them last days. They tried to keep my niggas locked up in them cages, yeah. I'm in pages, yeah. In them scriptures, yeah. I'm gon' flip it, yeah. I got that shit rockin'. I got that bulletproof hearted spirit, yeah. Retarded with this Glock, I'm gon' give it to you. You with them niggas that's gon' go to ground. Take over and you know your place. Make no mistake. There ain't gon' be no trace, ain't gon' be nothing left. Spit to my last breath, boy better watch yourself. I'm coming with lashes, hey leave them niggas in them ashes. I'm flowing like Cassius, they killing the masses. It's cool cause when I meet the king we gon' be bastards. Yeah.
Where's he going with this shit?
Oh no, you belong to somebody new.
'Cause tonight you belong to me. I'm from One West headquarters. Follow my captain's orders. Live in the land of pain and torture. No straw, but they want they mortar. Tell Trump, fuck borders. P.S. prepare for slaughter. Never take they sons and daughters. Never give them alls in return. Niggas never wanna learn. Till they laying in the urn. Babylon, Babylon, Babylon. You gots to burn. Even if I gotta go with it. So fuck it, is you with it? Niggas never feel froggy, they just wanna rid it. If I see a bad bitch, then I gotta rip it. Your lip looking like the Red Sea when I split it. Tell me why that flow so vicious. Every time he switches, beat a nigga ass like mama did with switches. You niggas looking real gay. Where are the bitches? I mean, where are the sisters? Better stay away from witches. That's a brouhaha. Love me as she brew, yeah. White people, he brew now. If you didn't know, then you do now. You belong to me. Yeah. Alright. This nigga's bonkers. From the same city as the Knickerbockers. Name ring bells from here to Yonkers. Or Nicaragua. You niggas too thirsty, you need some agua. I ain't talking Fina. When they kill my dog, I ain't hear shit from Peter. These niggas talk Kent, but they really mean FEMA. Haven't cut his eye, got more stripes than Adidas. If you ain't a bad bitch, then get the fuck off my penis. 1-2 step with a meat tree drip. Keep my circle tighter than my meat tree is. If I don't fuck with you, you a piece of shit. When I dip, you dip, we dip, we dip. That's the type of shit that I sing to my bitch. No 6ix9ine, we don't sing no snitch. Gotta love that bass. Social distance, I love my space. Tell Karen, get the fuck out my face. We ain't never switching up on our race. You belong to me. It's you, baby. One more time. Gotta love that bass. Social distance, I love my space. Tell Karen, get the fuck out my face. We ain't never switching up on our race. 'Cause you belong to me. One more time for the ladies in the back, eh?
You belong to somebody new.
One West. Yeah. I'ma do it when you afraid to do it. I'ma say what you ain't gon' say. I'ma tell you what you need to hear. This life, they got us fucked up, man. Real fucked up. Look. Feel me one time. Look. Yo. I know struggle, I know pain. I know my people strung off of the dope to cope with the long days. I know this place called America. I know this place where they deal with us like homeland terrorists. I know this place got us fucked up. I know this place got us positioned so we never try and stand up. I know this place wanna see me sleep. And when it come to my people, they love to see a black man weep. But it's survival of the fittest. And when it comes to the Lord, best believe we gon' get it. Rise, Israel, rise. Fuck the devil for his lies. Fuck the devil for his lies. Rise, Israel, rise. Fuck the devil for his lies. Fuck the devil for his lies. Rise, Israel, rise. Rise, Israel, rise. Yeah, look, this ain't no place you wanna be, where you can surrender from a flea and still be dead in the streets. This white man, he play for keeps. And when it comes to his love, you should never wanna see. I want war, fuck peace. I want war, fuck peace. I want them dead in the streets. I want war, fuck peace. I want them dead in the streets. I want them dead in the streets. Yeah, so prepare them troops, because my king come through, he gon' show you what it do. Death to all you other nations, you had a hand in the equation for this hell I be facing. See, man, y'all think it's a game when we bring it to you like this, man. I gotta give you the truth. When they lie to you, you love the lies cause it tastes sweet. But it's truth bitter, and it hits you straight in the core, man. But you need it. One West shit. Now, I got the pleasure to introduce you to that Philly barbarian. Hey yo, Salakia cat, you had something to say?
Rise, Israel.
All this pain and it's hard to cope. Your situation stay the same, so it's hard to hope. You say you tired of moving cane, now they call you broke. There's new rules to the game, you ain't hardly know. So, that's why you gotta play it smarter. I'd rather die on my feet as a man than a martyr. That's just a lesson for my daughters. Just know their father gave his life just to build you a fortress, so you would always be protected. Just know you living in a world where you gon' feel neglected. I tell you while you young, just so you'll expect it. And when that fake love come, you can reject it. But this is hectic, give me one more second. I just hope you make the same choices and never reckless. I don't want you losing your innocence prematurely. For you, I'll be judge, executioner, and the jury. And just know you worth all the diamonds and all the jewelry. Every single ruby, and never shine way that you be. That's why if they wanna hurt you, they gotta go through me. And even if I can't be by your side physically, I just want my baby girls to rise out this misery. That's why I be working and despise every enemy, cause they wanna separate our bond and our memory. So I fight for victory, and I fight for pain, and I fight so you don't have to ever do the same, until I rise again.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Ever since it's a COVID-19, everybody does a talk about vaccine. Warm to the vaccine when the pot clean. Separation need vaccine. We say vaccine, vaccine, vaccine. Warm to the vaccine for the crack fiend. Warm to the vaccine for the vaccine. They afraid them shoot our son when the cops see him. Hey, where the vaccine? One to the vaccine when the pot clean. One to the vaccine from the crime scene. It'll get a youth fold up like napkin. We need a vaccine at the ghetto car. Our struggles are no similes and no metaphor. If we get a youth dream, if we get a car, buy a house, try make it out. Nuff no get so far. Nuff no live so long, we get vaccine. Get up people no want to no vaccine. If it's not a vaccine, for we stop cream and can live a better life and stop dream. For the youth them way in a jailhouse, we still no get charged, can't get no bail out. We say vaccine, we fi make no see road quarantine. Cause we want to do that over. Vaccine, vaccine, vaccine. One to the vaccine for the crack fiend. One to the vaccine for the vaccine. We afraid them shoot our son when the cops see him. Hey, where the vaccine? One to the vaccine when the pot clean. One to the vaccine from the crime scene. Little ghetto youth fold up like napkin. We need a vaccine for real, cause some evil people them be will lead us. Food power next time for you no ease off. Me no trust Babylon, we need a vaccine. For them stop, deceive the poor and every workplace start. Give people more vaccine. Me nah lie, we need the cure. For police stop, kick in we door. We need a vaccine for box the aisle mill. Fi cut the pipe in. Look how long I'll price drop. But JPS I give we some fuckery like Billy Walla who no fit. Go yeah 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 yeah. UPK got the vaccine. Mr. General Yan have the vaccine. General Myman have the vaccine. Big Captain Mashak got the vaccine. Hey, Nayatap got the vaccine. Hey, Abada one got the vaccine. Hey, Akaya got the vaccine. Bakawar got the vaccine. Hey. Ever since it's a COVID-19, everybody does a talk about vaccine. One to the vaccine when the pot clean. Sufferation need vaccine. Me say vaccine. Vaccine.
For homicide detectives, the clock starts ticking. The moment they are called, their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours.
I do anything to keep my brother safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. You will find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. I do anything to keep my daughter safe. You harm them, you will find me on number 48. Sitting in that room, hear the interrogator's voice. They asking why I do it, I tell them I had no choice. Couldn't take a threat or a risk to my family, so throw the book at me, I take them charges happily. Ain't no need for no polygraphs or forensics. I put that fucker in a body bag, I'll admit it. Fuck a sentence or the jury that will convict me. They don't understand, it's my family, they represent me. So for them, I risk my freedom, roll the dice. I ain't got much more for you crackers, go ahead and give me life. You don't know what it's like for the people that you love. They ain't there to give salutes, they ain't there to give you hugs. The same that done pulled me from the dirt and from the mud, it's gone because of who? Y'all rather shed your blood. My brother's kids like my other kids. If you touch them, fuck around, get another bid, plus 10. Put me in the Supermax, I get super jacked, working out every day, canteen super stack, cool with that. Long as it mean my daughter's safe, my brother's winning, that's a chance I take. Still my fate, I do anything to keep my brother safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. I got wives that done gave they y'all to stand beside me. Kids that can't see me fall, look at me proudly. Respected by men with honor up on their names. You harm one of them, I promise that you'll see pain. I'm one West train, made an oath to uphold it. Stood with my back against the wall, never folded. Grew up in the city where the love ain't brotherly. I ain't had too many friends, I ain't need the company. I'm my father's son, so I'm cool, just don't fuck with me. I say that you my homie, you're my brother, then you stuck with me. Never turn my back on mine, it's to the dirt. You cross them across that line, I end you first. What only make it worse is loyalty hard to find. Never think cause you out of sight, you out of mind. And I don't mind dying now, cause reincarnation got me coming back. Same scars in my heart aching. Be parlaying with killers from all places. Every last one of them for me a broad day shit. So what you think, I won't do it for them? Once they let me out the cell, shit, I do it again. It's for the family. I do anything to keep my brother safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. I do anything to keep my people safe. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48.
Yeah. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, man? Listen, hey, shalom to everybody. Welcome to Black Watch for Commander GEN.YAHANNA. I almost said let a Hebrew speak me, shot.
Most like
Oh, we're in the building tonight, baby. What's up, Hebrew?
What's going on,
What's going on, man? What's going on, warrior?
Nothing much, sir. The water for having me. You know what
Most High Christ, man. Most High Christ. Listen, man, we in the building, holding it down for Commander GEN.YAHANNA with Black Watch. We got Captain Mashak Mayam, Captain Katazai, you know what I mean? Officer Kazak Amal. What it do? Let's get it.
Sir.
Yeah. Let's go.
The Most High Christ. Yeah, a few stories tonight. I don't know which one you wanted to start with, General.
Started running it down, baby. Run it down, Hebrew.
You want to do the implant Parenthood? We could run through. It's a few good ones. We could do Planned Parenthood later on. We could start with that first one.
Couple class, sir.
Or the second one.
Okay, couple class. Be the first one, sir.
No, sir.
Hey, how's my sound? Cause it sound low on my end.
Nah, you coming through real nice and low. It might be a phone speaker. You just have to turn it up to hear us.
Yeah, I turned it up. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what's going on. Cause that sound real. I can hear y'all, but it sound real low.
You sound good on my end as well, sir.
Okay. Maybe just this phone I'm using. Let's get it. Come on.
You see Captain Times Square over there in his footage studio. Yeah, I mean,
I heard throwing down the frame out there, but Hebrew, what's going on?
So after like damn near 7 years, we back in Times Square, and you know what I'm saying, Barakatha Yahweh Yahweh, because I was talking with Captain Zakar. You hear my voice? We had no mic. And I was talking with Captain Zakar, Captain Makai. Captain Makai was like, last time you was here, you was a trooper. I was like,
damn, yeah. Boy.
Listen, I was going to say something because I was going to say, that's when you cut your teeth at, Hebrew. Yeah, I mean, that's when you cut your teeth at Times Square.
So he's like, now you taking the camp out. He's like, that's amazing. I was like, Most High in Christ, sir. You know what I mean?
Damn right, Warrior. Damn right.
Yes, sir. That was it right there. That was the first speaker up, Officer 5000, Yatazar. And then, you know, what's still amazing about Times Square is that when the sun sets, you can't even notice because it's so bright, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I agree.
You know,
I agree. Times Square, some good battles, baby.
I was going to say,
battles.
Surprisingly, no battles today. Just a couple of hecklers, but they ran as soon as Cap Makad or General Mayak would grab the mic, and you know, it was like I said, you know, Barakatha Yahweh was shy. It was definitely very encouraging, and all the brothers that hadn't been there prior to, you know, had all said, man, we came into the truth. We all wanted to come here, so to be a part of this was excellent. You know.
There you go, Up. That's Trooper Captain. That's Trooper Captain Katazar right there.
I remember when y'all pulled this up and Commander General Yohanna was there. He's like, does that look like I nursed him? Like, oh man, I was a baby.
Square, boy, it's the best campsite on planet Earth, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, I remember the first time speaking in Times Square. I'm looking up and I'm like, I would only see this on TV. This little nutty head island boy come up here and say the white man's the devil on something I see on Independence Day. I was like, oh, the Lord is great.
if I may, sir, like a lot of people don't know, I was kicked out my house at this time. I just moved back to New York. My grandparents kicked me out because they this was around the time when Tazadakia protested for his doll, and it made the paper. So they thought that's what I was doing on the weekend. So they kicked me out. I was in Times Square from like the night before with like 2 bags, like one full of clothes and the other one full of Bibles and Bible dictionaries. And then so I was there from the night before. That's why I look exhausted up on that podium. And then I ended up going back Captain Zaryak till I got myself together. But you know what I mean? That's a fun fact about that video right there.
Most high Christ, boy.
And then let me tell you something. Let me tell you what that show, Captain Katazai.
Yes, sir.
What you had to endure is what brothers start to endure when it comes to truth. You know what I mean? That was the Lord trying you to see if you would choose your family over the truth. And you chose the truth. You understand what I'm saying? Like everybody got to go to that file and that trial coming in here. And the Lord wants to see who you're going to choose. You going to choose him or you going to choose the world? Well, it's obvious, brother, you made the right choice by choosing the Most High. Which is why you still here now, Captain Katazai, who was the trooper cutting his teeth at Times Square. Now he take the camp back out of Times Square. Most High in Christ, man. You know what I mean? Most High in Christ.
Oh my God, that's Captain Ash. Oh my.
That's
wow.
It's Captain Tao War.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, Captain Hamakaba. General, you know how to go and pull you up. You know how to go and pull you up and make them know what's going on.
Oh, you battled the Muslim here.
Yep.
Yeah, I watched that video 1,000 times, General.
Listen,
Most High in Christ, man.
I remember this damn garment, so when you used to come down DC with that thing. And I'm watching this, I'm like, how in the hell he put all this goddamn studs on the garment? You know, as a young man, you start getting me so goddamn weak. I would come down there with the whole, you know, the whole runway strip. It looked like a runway, the runway strip for the planes. Yeah, I mean, I was like, damn.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? I mean, I'm a peep out of the game, right? I stood at that garment up like that in the front. We was on the way to camp in DC in a van.
Damn.
And I stood at that garment up all the way to camp in DC in the van. Went to the front, going down the sides. I did that in the camp going to DC.
Yeah, boy. I remember that. I was like, damn, that's a cold start game right there, boy. Yeah, man. And y'all got on there in the back. Times Square is the best, boy.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Times Square is, you know.
You know, I was when I was down when we took ground in San Antonio, Captain Yatazak was like, this is a mini Times Square. And I was like, why the hell aren't we in Times Square? So when I came back, I said, I beseech thee, my Lord, please let us return.
Damn right.
And Commander GEN.YAHANNA, man, sent us out here. So you know what I mean? So
damn right. Big up to you, brother. You know what I mean? Take that camp back out there, getting it back in them grounds wet. You know what I mean? Big up the captain. General Mayakala. Captain Cod, all the brothers that went down there with you. You know what I mean? All the brothers from the New York crew. You know what I mean? Up there in the school, the headquarters. Y'all did a great job. Now just stay focused. Let's get it.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go get it. It's that time, Hebrew. It's that time. All right, Mashak, let's go. Let's hit them stories, Hebrew.
All right,
Governor Ron DeSantis continues a terrible legislative streak with the Stop Woke Act. It's crazy how say it again, sir.
What act did he have?
Stop Woke, W-O-K-E Act, sir.
Okay.
Sir. It's crazy how a phrase can be turned around and used against you. Stay woke means to stay aware of everything around you, especially a societal sense. It's been used in songs like Erykah Badu's Master Teacher and Childish Gambino's Redbone. However, the Republican Party has taken those two words and weaponized them into a movement to erase history. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has a particular itch to combat critical race theory, something that even he may not be sure that's being taught in school K through 12. As a matter of fact, it's a concept taught in law schools, exploring how race factors into dealing with legal institutions. According to Forbes, DeSantis took that progressive paranoia up a notch, introducing the Stop Woke Act. It's the enforcement arm of a law banning CRT being taught in classrooms earlier this year. It would give parents the power to sue local school districts that teach lessons rooted in critical race theory. Also, collecting attorney's fees. So how does DeSantis justify this new bill other than a 2022 re-election pillar and possible 2024 presidential jumping off point?
That's crazy. That's really crazy.
Fox News,
no sir.
Fox News for Jax. It violates, Fox News for Jacksonville. It violates Florida standards to scapegoat someone based on their race, to say that they are inherently racist, to say that they are an oppressor or oppressed or any of that, and that's good and that's important.
It says oppressor to state that they are an oppressor. Gotcha. Boy, you can't tell me they ain't watching UPK tapes with that oppressor talk.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I see why the general say, you know, Passover in Florida because of the oppressor in Florida. Yeah, I mean, he really trying to show, yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
Keep reading, sir.
General, you want to let him keep reading?
Yeah, Mashak, I had to come back out real quick because I couldn't hear it. I can't hear.
Okay.
Like, the sound of my thing is like real low.
No sweat. So you able to hear now, sir?
I can hear better.
Come on. Let me see. I wonder if it's me.
So Mashak, what is the gist of this? of this Stop Woke Act. What does that mean? What is he talking about?
He's saying like the whole his thing. He's trying to come up against critical race theory, right? And read that last part he just said there with the oppressor.
Come on.
Like he's saying how like we need to stop teaching us in schools and referring to it as being woke or conscious. Talking about how the white man is the oppressor.
Right.
Read that last one.
Come on. From News 4, Jacksonville. It violates Florida standards to scapegoat someone based on their race, to say that they are inherently racist, to say that they are an oppressor or oppressed or any of that, and that's good and that's important. But we also have to realize that we have to do more to make sure that that actually carries the day in our classrooms and in our society, DeSantis said.
So he want people to stop pinning the tail on that goddamn donkey.
Right.
That's what he want.
So Mashak, just so I'm clear, right? He said he want people to stop saying the word oppressor.
Stop referring to a group of people as racist or oppressor. They could call us thugs and criminals and illegal immigrants. But we can't call them the oppressor.
Right.
So, black and brown vocabulary is wide. We can find another word if that become illegal.
Well, see, all you know what this is? This is the scriptures coming to pass. You understand? Because the Bible say, through us on the streets teaching, we can confound these cats and bring down kingdoms of nations. These cats don't like what we bringing out this truth, man. You understand? They don't like that, man. And they don't want to face the fact of what they have done. They want to seem innocent,
right?
When they are not. You understand? And let me give you the scripture in Isaiah the 14th chapter, where it said the children are gonna pay for the sins of the fathers. Give me that scripture, man. Talking about them because of what their forefathers did. And they don't want to. Okay, they want to act like everything is hunky dory and everything's on the same playing field when it's not. And they don't want to be referred to as what they are doing, but you are doing these things. You understand? Like this country, no matter what you say, was built off our blood of our ancestors, and still being fueled by the unright and unjust causes they are giving us today. It ain't changing. You understand me?
Come.
Give me that scripture, man.
Yeah, no, Isaiah 14 and 21.
That's it.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Go ahead.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
Now, let me say this to you, man. You may say, well, I had nothing to do with what happened to y'all back in the day. That was my forefathers. I didn't do nothing to you. But the Lord is the one who's going to do this to you because of what they did.
Right.
You understand? The words we are saying are the words that you committed to us. Like, you done these things to us. And now you want to act like, you didn't do them. These words you saying hurt. But guess what? Y'all did these things.
Right.
And the Lord wants these words to be spoken. He wants you to feel the pain of what you've done to us.
Right.
But it's not going to stop there. You understand me? Like, what they don't want is they don't want us to get into the hearts and minds of Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. They don't want us to now learn how to be brothers to other brothers and sisters who need that brotherly love. You understand me? Y'all don't understand out there. That mission to Acuna had more of an effect than what you really think. The whole earth saw that. All them leaders in D.C., they saw that mission to Acuna. And they saw the spirit of the brothers that went down there. To where the military don't even want to go down there. But they went down there anyway. And embarrassed everybody. Embarrassed the one who are oppressing the ones that are down there. Through the spirit of the Lord. They don't want that to happen. They don't want to see us doing no more of those things. Putting it all on line for our brothers and sisters while they oppress us with their policies, with their laws. You know what I mean? With their actions. Go ahead, Mashak. You got anything you want to say? Kazak, come on, Kazak, what it do?
Cap, you have anything? If not, the water. So only thing I can say, this sounds very anti-Semitic to me. This is anti-Semitism at its finest. You understand? Whereas we are the real Jews and we can't talk about our pain. But I vividly remember now. Here's what's wild, right? I went to a Catholic school, and even in a Catholic school, they brought a Holocaust survivor in after we read her book about her survival in a concentration camp. And these are separate religions.
Right.
You understand? Like Catholicism and Judaism, they do not believe the same thing. Like Catholicism, you're supposed to believe in the Messiah. You understand? And they brought somebody in who would deny even their version of Christ. And we had to learn about their pain. We had to read their books. It was a book. It was called 4 Perfect Pebbles. And I had to sympathize with or empathize with these people's pain. You understand? Inside my education system. But God forbid we could learn about ourselves. Right. They want to talk about the transatlantic migration and act like so-called African Americans were indentured servants coming over here. You understand? Right. Then they want to cry like the Irish were slaves when they were indentured servants. You know what I'm saying? And we get to learn and hear about everybody else's pain except ours. And here's the thing. I mean, critical race theory to me really seems like they were trying to give sensitivity training to white people anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like it really sounds like dear Caucasian man. And what we need to do is we need to say, dear every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, this is why integration was a mistake, and we need our own school systems. This is why Plessy and Brown versus the Board of Education and all our leaders have failed us, because this is what it comes down to, that now you can't even hashtag stay woke.
No.
Saying now what it boils down to is that we have to just accept what you did and let bygones be bygones. When 9/11, they still light up the towers. They still send 2 lights in the sky every September. They still have a memorial that the president and the mayor and everybody else shows up to. They name highways after Pearl Harbor Memorial Highway in New York. We have to remember everybody else's pain, but the rest of us, you niggas and spics, you die quietly. You die quietly in the ghetto and don't make a sound. Salaki.
Right. Yep. If I could too, General, if I could just grab 2 scriptures just to show the spirits of our oppressor, you know what I mean? He have a name. You might think he a tribe or some kind of thing, but regardless of it, he is the spirit of the oppressor that rule in here for sure. If I could get Daniel 8:25, and also in the Apocrypha, let me get Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2:11. You could read Wisdom of Solomon first, if you don't mind. Can't you mind grabbing Daniel 8:25 for me, please?
Yes, I'll grab it right now.
Sure.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice.
Say it again.
Let our strength be the law of justice.
Skip up to verse 10.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man.
Right. This whole chapter in Wisdom of Solomon talking about, the Epicureans. You know what I mean? Those people who believe in, one life to live, YOLO, you only live once, so therefore eat and drink everything and just be gluttonous. That's where they get them Greek and Roman parties, them orgy fests, where you just eat, you go throw up, and you come back and you eat some more. Like, this is the type of people, and he will read it again from the top.
Let us oppress the poor righteous man.
Right? They want to oppress the poor righteous man. You get the point? They ain't outlaw calling the Mexicans bad hombres. They ain't outlaw calling all the Mexican and Latino people rapists. They ain't outlaw calling them illegal immigrants. But you want to outlaw the poor righteous man calling you the oppressor, because you are the oppressor. You are the oppressor. You oppress everybody. You oppress the earth. You cut down trees and put pavements and concretes and oppress the earth. Grass can't grow because of you. Animals, when animals attack, that whole TV show, when animals attack, animals was not attacking Black and brown people. All them killer whales knew who the oppressor was.
Okay.
You the oppressor, but you want to oppress the poor, righteous man. Go ahead.
Okay. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age.
Right? They don't care about the widow. They don't care about the woman. They don't care about our age. They just want to oppress us down to the grave. All those older generation who done survive, you know, that Jim Crow, and you know, heard first-hand stories of lynchings, like Captain Mao Quad's grandmother. First-hand stories of lynchings. Like, you want to tell me now it's against the law for her to call you the oppressor? You are the oppressor. You are the oppressor. Like, only an oppressor will make it illegal for you to say the truth out your mouth. Only an oppressor would do that. Keep reading.
Okay. Verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice.
Say it again.
Let our strength be the law of justice.
And that's how these type of people feel. Their whole strategy is to let their strength is in their law. They create laws just to oppress us. They can imagine a law now. Like, if once again, come on, how used to say it years ago, still say it today. If this oppressor could tax you on air and make you pay to breathe, he'll make you pay to breathe. It's damn near like he's doing that right now. It's damn near like he's doing that right now. They're saying, let our strength be in the law. Go ahead.
For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
You understand? And that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. You're talking about little Kendrick Lamar and who's the other one? Childish Gambino singing a song. Yeah, this is America. Don't tell me something. And you saying that's the whole woke movement. Everybody woke because they realize you the devil. The Bible say, let the falling away first. Christ ain't gonna come back unless there be a falling away first, and the man of perdition be revealed. You the oppressor, and you making a law so you don't be revealed. You must be the devil. You must be the devil. The Bible speaks of. If I take Daniel 8:25, that's one more scripture, sir, please.
Khan, Daniel chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policy.
Through his what?
His policy.
Through his what?
Policy.
Stop the woke act. Through his policies. Through his policies. And let's take this as a real lesson. Let's fall back, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Like, look at the things we fight for or fight each other for. While these oppressors would write a note on a piece of paper, walk into an Oval Office or a rotunda or a Capitol stateroom and vote to put people in prison for what you say for the next 30, 40, 50 years. Like we really had to put things in perspective of what we really fighting against. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir.
Please.
If I may, because can we build this up just a little bit? Can we start at 21 just to show that this is full-fledged our oppressor?
Listen, I'm with you. Let's go. If it's Salaki, General, if it's the what? General, you here, sir?
I'm here. Come on.
It's the what? Come on, sir.
Yeah. Hey, listen, what y'all saying is correct, man. You know what I mean? And like, you know, which is why you see a lot of things that they trying to, you know, back during slavery time, they not only created laws, but they physically beat us and destroyed us back during that time. Now, fast forward all the years of 2021, they still creating these same laws.
Right.
And now they not out in the open doing it, but they doing it under the guise of these laws. You understand what I'm saying? To still keep us down, but don't want to be told this is what they're doing.
Right.
Go ahead, Warrior. Let's get it.
I can read it, Cap.
I got it, Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? I'm locked in with y'all tonight, man. Daniel 8:21, and the rough goat is the king of Grecia.
Ooh wee! I see why you went all the way up there, boy. You trying to drag him out? You put a chair around his neck and walking through the door like, "Come here, you devil!"
Got it.
Drag him outside. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. And the rough goat is the king of Grecia,
and
the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king.
Like, this here is for sure talking about the oppressor, because he is the rough goat. He's not the sheep.
Right.
He is for sure the rough goat, the king of Grecia, the Grecians. Right? The Grecians, our oppressor from day one. Go ahead.
Now that being broken, whereas four stood up for it, four kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation, but not in his power.
Right, now being broken, that Greek empire done got broken. And you had empires coming out of the Greek Empire, but ain't having that full stand and stature like the Greek Empire. But they're being broken now. They have now 4 empires coming up. Let's go.
And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full,
where the transgressors come to the full. You want to outlaw oppressor, we just call them the transgressor. They'll have to make a whole new law for stuff. They'll make a whole new, a new act. Right. We'll just get new words for you because you the devil. You everything wrong. We'll find synonyms for you. Salaki.
Karawakan. A king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
Exactly. No, in their latter days, like they're gonna have a leader that's going to be absolutely ridiculously fierce against the children of Israel. You could damn near use this for Donald Trump if I'm not mistaken. So like this would be a good precept for him. You know what I mean? Like him being so fierce and saying certain things, standing up in the shadow of those empires, then, or in the remnants of those empires. Go ahead.
Verse 24. And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully.
And that definitely is our oppressor, because his power is so mighty. He is so mighty with his power, where, I mean, even something today, you might have young children who actually think pineapples come from a can because of this oppressor. You understand? Like, it's something's very small. The average, unless you're in the Middle East somewhere, you ain't seeing a stealth bomber or, one of them, dropping missiles with the teeth on it and fire coming down. But he doing things right here that's just going to blow your mind. He gave you a whole new knee, a whole new hip. You know what I mean? He doing miraculous.
Mashak, what you said just rung something in my mind. Now, I was a kid during this time. I think I might have been this grade start high school. When they seized them cats, them move cats in Philadelphia. And like how you drop bombs in, in other nations in the war, they dropped a bomb in an urban neighborhood.
Right.
You understand me? And burnt them people up in that house that stayed in there. You know what I mean? Women, children, and men. Burned down two whole city blocks that to this day, you can tell which houses were affected because they had to be built them different than one that was already there.
Right.
You understand me? Like, who knows that? Why would you drop a bomb in an urban neighborhood that's supposed to be your own country? They dropped the bomb on them people, man.
Come.
You understand me? Which has an effect on them people to this day.
Right.
That's them. And they don't want to be told about it. They want to change their policy and their craft and try to change what they did to seem like, okay, we really not that bad people no more. But in reality, you are.
Right.
You just don't want to be told about it. That's all. Now you're trying to do it in secret, man. Slocky Mashak, go ahead.
Nah, so listen. So I right here looking up for that goddamn
that's called the Move article.
The Move bombing. Yeah, I just pulled it up.
The Move article.
The actual one with the helicopter.
And here's the crazy part about it, right? They had we had a so-called black mayor, Wilson Good at the time. And the police commissioner, they said, forget him. We still gonna drop this bomb. And they did it.
Damn.
Against the orders and wishes of the mayor. There you go.
That's row homes right there.
That happened in West Philadelphia.
Yikes.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's absolutely crazy, sir.
And he shall destroy wonderfully.
Yeah.
He definitely destroyed wonderfully right there. And we can't call you the oppressor?
We can't teach that in school either.
Yeah. You can't do it. And once again, thank you, Martin Luther King, because now we don't have the option.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, at least we could have had our schools segregated, our own programs. Our books may have been tattered and the roof leaking, but our children would have been able to know who the devil is, who the oppressor is. But now, they can't.
I remember growing up, man, during that time, And that was a rough time growing up in Philly. You know what I mean? When that happened, everybody talked about it, how bad that was, man. You know what I mean? For them to just to be able to do that. You know what I mean? To us as a people.
That's wild. So that's and this is somebody said they had kids in the house.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes. Yes.
It was men, women, and children.
Yep. Yep.
This sister here, she said something too. Like both bombings that took place in the country were on our people. Like that's really heavy. Like from Tulsa, Oklahoma to the move. Not even Waco, Texas. Did they deal with what's he fool?
Davidian branch.
The ones who held them people in the is Waco?
Yeah.
Where they held them on the compound, remember? And then there was the SWAT was pleading with them to come out. Is David Koresh?
I'm not sure.
I forget the name. I think it's David Koresh.
I just know the name was the Davidian.
The Davidian Brown. I think it was David Koresh. Like no, like they just they try to shoot them down. They try to do things. They didn't even drop bombs on them. But for us, they come in guns blazing. And then of course, if we talk about it, it's for sure, to stop the woke act because we getting too awoke. They once again, and that's proof they want us sleep.
Right.
That's proof that they want us sleep. Yeah, that Waco, Texas was David Koresh. I remember that shit. I remember seeing that nonsense. That's the proof they want us. They prefer us to be asleep.
Right.
If you're gonna make a law to stop us from waking up. You know what I mean? And the UPK is the loudest alarm on the block. So we know who this is for.
Right.
We know down there in Florida, Shawoyala and Rakabi and all them brothers and Itazab and them lighting them up. They're gonna come before the little local state and make some law about talking about the stop woke act. Come on, Kahar. I know you're ready for this one, Salaki. I know you right up your alley. He gonna come in now reports and
what it do, Cap? What it do?
Shalom, Yahweh, Shemaja Bakdom.
What's up, boys? What it do?
Everything to up, General. Come, sir. Salaka for my tardiness.
Let's get it.
I think you come right on time, Mark. I think we hit the snooze right on time for you.
Y'all in Jackson State?
No,
not yet.
Here in Florida.
Okay, we in Florida. Okay. Come.
And here's another thing, right? Let me say this to you. That's why that Feast of Hanukkah that we just had is very important. Because during that time of Mattathias, Israel was being destroyed by the other nations. And when he was on his deathbed, he reminded his sons on how they're supposed to be during this time. Right. And let them know that Bible, those records that we got for us is going to keep you strong. Go back and read them stories of your forefathers, of what they've been through. But they put their trust in the Lord. And the Lord delivered them every time. That's what we got to do. You understand me? Of course he's supposed to try to stop us from speaking and enact laws. Of course he's going to do it. And like you said in the beginning, Mashak, we just going to change our vernacular, change our verbiage, and still be on the street speaking and teaching. Yep. You understand me? Because this is ordained from God. He want these records brought out. You understand me? And that's why we have our high holy days. Let me tell you something. What's going on today in this land called America ain't no different than what happened to us in the past.
Right.
Y'all better go back into that Old Testament and read them stories of your forefathers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And what they went through during that time.
Right.
The oppression, the murder, the death. You understand me? Go back and read and study, and you're going to find out that, hey, some of this stuff is similar, man. Hold up. They went to this back then. We going to this here. It's something I hear all the time. I hear any one of Marvin Gaye's songs. And I know he made his songs in the 70s, maybe the 80s. We in 2021.
Right.
And what he's saying in his songs back then still going on now today.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing changed in the urban ghetto. Mm-hmm. The barrio, the reservation, man. If anything, it's getting worse.
Yeah.
But they don't want us to talk about what's going on with us. And the policy that they are creating. No, we're going to speak on it, man. We're going to talk on it.
That's right.
Because guess what God said for us to do it.
Yep.
And we ain't gonna stop.
Yep. And general too, like they could change how we describe them, but they ain't gonna change their actions.
Right.
They're gonna still be doing oppressive things. They're gonna still be being the devil. They're gonna still be lying, stealing, murdering, raping. But damn near, you know, it's like like a rapist telling the woman it's illegal to call him a rapist, but he continues raping. So now she had to change the word to identify the violation. Like that's like, it's so ridiculous how this oppressor is, but now he's the one in charge. And you know, as a people, we love him being in charge.
Right.
We love it. We love it being in charge. You know, the Lord's laws is too harsh.
Right.
You know what I mean? To fall up under the Lord is just too hard. You know, it's too rough. It's too, you know, not enough fun. You want to have your birthdays and your Thanksgiving and your Christmas and your 4th of July. You know, you want to have fun. Well, this is the exchange, is the trade-off. You know, you could have fun, but you ain't gonna be able to call your violator a violator. You're not gonna be able to call him the devil. You're not gonna be able to identify somebody who is, you know, destroying.
Our oppressor is very smart.
Come.
Back during slavery time, he'll work you to death in the field and gave you a day or two off where you can go party, have fun, drink, and dance. Which is why we do what we do today.
Yeah.
On Fridays, Saturdays, you know why y'all go to the club? That's the day the oppressor gave us off during slavery.
Yep.
Where you had time to drink and socialize and dance and all that. But then come Monday, you're back in the fields.
Right.
Like your whole idea of a life was shaped from your oppressors, man. You understand me? And on Sundays, they gave you the version of their church, of what they taught according to the Bible that a slave master okayed. Your whole life existence, man, has been shaped to you from your oppressor.
Come.
You understand me?
Yeah.
But you can't call him that. He wants you to call him master, wonderful and beautiful. You know what I mean? But he is not, by the policies he's creating against us.
Yeah.
You understand?
Come.
Captain Carter, what's up? What y'all got?
Con, General Salaka, are you talking about the them trying to change how we speak on the street, sir?
That's it.
Colonel McCon, I just want to add one thing to all the listening audience out there that's in cyberspace and that's listening and sharing what the UPK is bringing out all over the world and all over the metaverse, is that when you look at Christ, there's a reason Christ spoke in parables. Because the algorithms of his time, they wanted to censor him. A lot of people don't understand why Christ, he spoke in parables. He didn't want everybody to get it, but also they were trying to censor his public speaking. They was trying to stop, so he had to speak in code. He had to expand his vocabulary because the Pharisees and Sadducees and the power that be wanted to censor him.
Right.
You understand? And that's how you know we in the truth. Remember, changing the narrative is still considered a lie. And that's how you know the Bible is real. The truth is what they're afraid of. The same way the LGBTQI, they don't want to even handle truth in a comedic form. The demon don't want truth in any shape, form, or fashion.
You're right.
Whether it's art, music, as General said with Marvin Gaye, with comedic delivery, any form of delivery of truth, they don't want it. You understand? They want to be in darkness because their deeds are hidden. But in the light, everything is exposed.
Yeah.
So like, sir.
Yeah. Katazai, you was gonna say something?
Man, only thing I was gonna say was earlier, like I'm still astonished at the move bombing because every white man alive, every white man involved in storming the Capitol left alive.
Good night.
Like none of them died. I don't even think anybody was maced or pepper sprayed. You know what I mean? But when it comes down to us, they find a way to blow us up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like even with the brother Dorner, you know what I mean? Like when he was cooped up in the house, like you remember when Commander GEN.YAHANNA did the show where that cop did the barrel roll before he tackled a 12-year-old girl at a pool party?
Yeah.
Like where was all that energy for a trained cat like Dorner? They sent RoboCop in there to kill him. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to us, you know what I'm saying? Like they got to blow up the household, blow up the block, change history, wipe everything away so that this way, once again, just die in silence. Just sweep the streets, keep your head down, make your music, dance like Chris Brown, and shut your mouth and die in silence.
Let me explain something to you, God.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give you two parallels on the move bombing and our oppressors. During the move bombing, when they dropped that bomb, the firefighters were not allowed to put out the fire.
Yikes.
They tried to say there was gunshots coming from the house. When you go back in the history and the records, the gunshot was going into the house. Damn. Now they tried to defend themselves, yes. But the gunshots, the majority were going into the house. Now, it's a movie out, it's a war movie out called Saving Private Ryan, right?
Right, sir.
In the very beginning of the movie Saving Private Ryan, when they stormed the Normandy Beach, right? The Germans had some catacombs or some fortified positions in the front with big guns and everything coming out of it, right? When they were able to get up in there, get up close to it and kill everybody in there, what they did was they took a blowtorch or a torch, right? Sprayed the fire in there, right? And when the Germans were jumping out and burning, this is what they said. Let them burn, don't shoot them, let them suffer.
Damn.
They said, let them burn. Don't shoot them. That's in war. You hear me? That was certified World War II. So what do you call what happened to us during the move bombing? During Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Right.
Doing all the things they're doing to us. What do you call that, man? You call it justice?
Right.
Or we can't speak about what you've done to us and what you continue to do to us? Come on, man. I mean, that's straight trying to censor the truth now.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Khan.
John. It's state-sponsored terrorism. And they do these with all the different branches of military and how they deal with our government, the government. Like we said all the time, Black people in America, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people, we are always a potential enemy of the state. Always. When anything happens, you will be the scapegoat. And it, like, once again, like General said, this is state-sponsored terrorism. You understand? But they'll dress it up and put a colorful name on it, like we fighting the war on drugs,
right?
Or the war on poverty, or the war on crime. But it always fits you. That's what that's the selling point of that method to madness. So, like, sir.
And I'm gonna say this to everybody listening, right? Some brothers and sisters might hear this and get a little afraid and get scared. Let me explain this to you, right? One, in I.S.U.P.K, we work for the man who created life and death.
Oh, God.
The Lord wants you going, you're going. You can't stop it. He wants you here, you're going to be here. You understand me? And during this time with all this stuff going on, you know what we got to have? Something that I grew up with in Southwest Philly called gumption, which means heart or courage.
Right.
And our heart and our courage comes from them records that we got from our forefathers. You understand me? Like them records in the Bible, we got to read them records of what they went through to give us the strength to go forward in this truth, man. And you know what we do? We come together as brothers in the brotherhood. Like what our job is, like we ain't told to go out there and fight them how the Muslims is fighting them. Or whoever is trying to fight them physically with guns and knives. That's not our job. Our job is to go into the ghetto, the barrio, the reservations, and wake up God's chosen people who are lost.
Right.
That's our job. That's all we got to do. And the Lord, you will see coming, he'll come do the rest. You understand me? He'll come do the rest. You understand me? Like it makes no sense to think that you're going to fight the man who control the guns, who control the knives, the bullets. Like that's dumb. I hear cats in the black talk that garbage. And it's dumb. You understand me? But what you can do, if you're really that mad, why don't you find out who you really are? If you're really that mad about what's going on out here today, one, stop being emotional if you're mad. Let's start looking at it, start examining the facts of what's going on out here. Examine what's going on with your people. Go into these records. And when you find out what is true, you roll with it, man. But we're in the UPK. We done battled and we done talked to every cat and every religion and philosophy out there. And we found that the Bible is true.
Right.
That the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, you are God's chosen people. You are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. We found it. We went through the facts. And we found them facts to be true, right, and holy. Now, with that being said, right, we're going to take and do what the Lord said, Most High in Christ, right? And go out here and put our life on the line when we get threatened, when they try to change laws on us when we can't say certain things.
Yeah.
We still go teach in the street, all over the internet airwaves. Why? Because it ain't about us. It's about our nation of people.
Mm-hmm.
And they need our help. The same way Christ did it and the 12 did it, we're going to do it as well.
Yeah.
You understand?
Come on.
Go ahead.
If I could too, sir, just on the point that both I think you and Katazar made about, you know, how they deal with us, because I definitely remember that Christopher Dorner situation. You know, he was a brother, and of course he joined the oppressor's forces and got his heart broken and started killing people. And I'm not excusing what he did, but I distinctly remember, you know, the whole how they reacted when they found him. And I have the video here if I could play it, sir. Like what they said, right? Now he got his heart broken. He went and shut up, I think, the DA. You know, his wife was the DA's daughter. I think he shot the daughter, shot a couple other cops, and he himself was a former military cop, whatever. But they cornered him in some cabin, and this is what they said as they boxed him in.
Questions are being raised because of comments between officers on the scene heard over scanners.
We're gonna go forward with the plan with the burner. Got it. Wanted to, like we talked about.
And moments later,
Control 61 Lincoln, 7 burners deployed and we have a fire.
Copy, 7 burners deployed and we have a fire.
Guys, be ready on the number 4 side. We have fire in the front. You might come out the back.
the sheriff says the fugitive murder suspect barricaded himself inside the vacant cabin after ambushing and killing 35-year-old detective GEN.YAHANNA and wounding Deputy Alexander Collins. Authorities say responding deputies engaged in a fierce gun battle with Dorner.
They're telling you all about this because what they just did was they murdered him old school lynching style, a log cabin, just like how they would tie brothers to the pyre and light it on fire. They had him in the cabin, and they had, they could have did all the, they could have waited him out. They could have done the little smoke stuff and, stormed it. They swatted down. They said, nah, we're going to go ahead with the plan to burn because that's what they do us. They light us on fire. That's an old school lynching. They for sure lynched him. They had vigilante justice out there for Christopher Dorner. And, so you have some of them right-wing enthusiasts because then soon you're going to say, I can't call you extremists. So I'm taking in front. You're going to call these right-wing enthusiasts is going to say, well, he murdered innocent people. He did this, he did that, the other. And all well and good. But now we have this guy here. I don't know if you all remember this guy. You remember this guy?
I don't.
I do.
You remember him, sir?
Yep.
He was I think it's a ranger or something that was up in the hills in Pennsylvania and would come down close to the highway and pick off state troopers. One shot. And he would go back up in the forest, and they had a manhunt for him for like a week. And he was taken in the back of a police cruiser with a broken nose.
You know who it was, sir? It was Micah Johnson. They blew up with the robot. They burned.
I know what you're talking about, but it's the same thing.
Yes,
it's
sir.
the same thing. You burn Dorner, you send the robot down there for the brother in Dallas, and then now when your people do it, you able to take them in with handcuffs. You know what I mean? When JT Holmes, aka the Joker, shut up the movie theater in Aurora, Colorado, they say he rigged his apartment building to blow up and had automatic weapons in his trunk. And y'all didn't kill him. Y'all didn't drop a bomb. Y'all didn't go ahead with the burn for him. You didn't go ahead with the burn for, what's the other one? Dylan Storm Roof.
And the Boston Bomber, sir.
Boston Bomber, boy. You get them Arabs, you know, you take him. You hunt him down and you take him. But us, you treat so unfairly. And then when we turn around and say you're the oppressor, you now will go and make a law, stop the woke act, because you're a governor, Governor DeSantis. Like,
let me give you another example, Captain Mashak, Captain Kadazar, Captain Kahung, Officer Kazak. 2 years ago in Philadelphia, they had a shooting where they tried to raid a house around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was a drug house. And the brother there had an AR-15 and shot it out with the cops. I mean, he had cops coming from New Jersey for that shootout. I mean, I was up there because it was near Temple University. And they had the ATF, the FBI, DEA cats, everybody was running up and down the street with AR-15s trying to get to where this cat was shooting at the cops, right? But the acting commissioner was a brother. And it was so hectic that, you know, cops was trapped in the house. He was on the second floor, it was cops on the first floor. And they couldn't really go in there like that. But the acting police commissioner did not let them kill that brother. You understand me? They couldn't storm the house. And he fired the guy. I mean, his bullets flying. All out shootout. Right? And the brother that was the acting commissioner did not let them kill that man. And he caught hell for that.
Right.
You hear me? They damn near crucified him in the media. Now, the bull got captured. He got caught. He in court. He got guilty. What he did wasn't right, so we got to pay for what he did. We got that. He was a drug dealer. You know what I mean? Drug house. You know, a felon with a gun. He got his punishment. But they was mad that they couldn't kill that cat. And they was mad at that brother for not letting them kill that cat.
Right.
You understand me? You should understand the backlash he caught from that. Matter of fact, because he was running in to be the commissioner. He was next in line. After that, we ain't getting nothing. That's what I want to say. It's the best word I'm looking for, y'all.
Salaka, sir.
That's the unjustness and the hypocrisy in his land.
Right.
Come.
You understand?
Salaka, John.
Go ahead. Tazala, you're right. He was shooting to the floor. And this cat was getting in with them cops out with the AR-15. And he was watching the news, seeing what cops at and shooting at him. You understand? I mean, he was giving it to him. And that commissioner said, no, you're not going to kill that cat.
Yeah,
you're not going to let me kill that cat.
Come on.
You know what I mean? And they was able to take him out of there alive. Only because the commissioner gave the order not to kill him.
Come.
You understand? And because he gave that order the way he did, he caught hell for that, man. He caught hell.
Come.
Like, he was that kind of cat. When things happen, he will always go to where it happened. He was always on scene when stuff happened. They ain't like that, man. Next thing you know, he gone.
Wow.
You understand? That's your comparison. They want you, I mean, and that's the point. And then, let me tell you this. That should let us know that, okay, being on the wrong side of the Lord and being evil and wicked is going to always get you hell, for lack of better words.
Yeah.
Right? That should tell us that the way we live in this land, we got to stop and go back to the Lord.
Right.
You understand me? And stop doing the things we're doing. Mashak, I'm going to stop because I'm going to go into something else. I feel it coming. Let's keep on going.
No sweat, sir. I know Khan sound like he wanted to say something, sir.
Oh, no, I was just saying, General, that the white folks, they hate that word woke. That word is a bad word now. The Southern Baptist Convention, I think they had something. They said, well, their God is not a woke God, or their God is not woke. You understand? But we know in the scriptures, the Bible say he neither slumber nor sleep. You understand? Our God is very aware of what's going on, but they hate that word woke. Now we know that word has been diluted. We know we got a lot of woken, quote unquote, tokens, a woken token out there, Uncle Tom's. They try to use the verbiage of what we say and what makes black people aware. but for sure they hate that word woke. It's a lot.
Yep. You know, man.
All right, Mashaka, if they ain't got enough, what's the next story, brother?
If I could, so we definitely had the Planned Parenthood, but I would like just to make sure we get our teeth in on Deion Sanders. I say if we could, I would like to get our teeth in on that Deion Sanders.
Please,
some people say they have a problem with him. I think this is one of the most geniuses moves.
Man, listen, Salaka, and we could just get the Deion. I got to talk about this because this hit close to home right here. Salaka.
Deion, prime time. It must be
what
the
happened
money.
with Deion?
Go ahead,
What happened with him?
Con, you want to go ahead and explain it?
Con, so Deion Sanders, like, so you have he coaching now at Jackson State University, HBCU, out of Mississippi, and they had a pretty good season, and he's getting a lot of star power, bringing a lot of star power around the campus. So this week he landed the #1 high school football recruit in the country. He landed the #1, and the tabloids went crazy. I mean, it's everything, like, it dominated the sports world as far as high school football, and even as far as the NCAA, as far as the collegiate level. And this is what stick out to me about this story. And this is how I know how integration failed us. When they brought this story out, this brother here made history. And I'm going to say this, he made black history. He made black history. Feel me on this. I hope everybody listen to what I'm about to say. He made black history by committing to a black school.
Yep.
The #1 recruit in the country, a black football player, made black history by picking a black school. If you don't believe the ISUPK,
go on, I think your mic dropped a little bit.
Oh,
something
like can you hear me?
Yes,
got you now, Con. Come on.
Hold on. Let me adjust my audio 1 second. Salaki. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. You too up.
How about now?
You good.
Okay, can you hear me now?
That's
perfect. You too up.
Okay. Yeah, so I was saying that he made black history by attending a black university. Now that seems strange for most people, because if you think about it, that if it would make sense for a black child or a black athlete to go to a black school,
right?
But that just shows you how integration has destroyed us so much that it will make headlines. And I mean, and some of the headlines they said about this man, I even saw one headline that's saying Deion Sanders performed a heist on this athlete, like meaning like he performed a heist, meaning he stole him from the white schools. He stole him from Division I white schools. And that's the same language they used with Harriet Tubman. When they were looking for Harriet Tubman, they said she wanted for stolen property. How could you steal one of your own? How can you steal one of your own people from you? I'll tell you why. Because once again, the narrative. White people believe that the best of you belong to them. That's a fact. As the young boys say, it's all facts, no Xerox. They believe that you being the #1, you automatically belong to them. And that's so what the scripture says. Right, they saying that he paid him. And I want to say this, even the predatory journalism that's going on, trying to say you damn sure know the white schools are gonna pay him.
Exactly.
But they don't have any proof of that. That's how you know they put their foot in their mouth. That's guilt. To say the only way he can go there is that paid him, because the white schools are paying those athletes. And really, to be honest, a lot of those athletes now, because of the rules have changed, and you got so many good agents, sports agents, these kids already landing contracts. They landing shoe deals. They landing Gatorade deals.
Yep.
Already out of high school.
And you know how they loosen up the NCAA rules for them to make money now. Like, you know, you can't say he paid the dude. Like as you said, these college athletes, they could generate their own cash now. Because the NCAA was robbing them for so many years, you know. And even if, as you say, even if he was paying him, so what? How much money Duke make out of that basketball player, the big boy? What's his name? Zion. How much money Duke make off of him alone and using his image and his likeness his name, and he paying these players? Now he decide he want to go black, so he don't go back. Now you have a problem with it.
Oh, you know Captain Mashak, what you saying is heavy, man. Like this right here, and a lot of people are saying now that this is an inflection point. And Stephen A. Smith, you better shut up. Shut your mouth. Okay? Because the race card is now front and center. And
what do you say, Kahan?
I know he can ready to say nothing. I've been looking for what he was saying, but he ain't said nothing. But he just better shut up because he already messed up with Colin Kaepernick. He giving his commentary. And he always, every now and then, and they act like that they forget the history of those HBCUs. Jerry Rice came from Mississippi Valley State.
I know.
You got a lot of those. Steve McNair came from Alcorn State. You got a lot of those. Shannon Sharp, I think he came from an HBCU. You got a lot of great black athletes just came out of those schools, man. But see, we got to stop letting those people decide who the best of us. Who's the best? A lot of people saying he made a mistake. He's not going to get to compete against the best. We decide who the best of us are.
Yep.
Our God decides who. This is what's going on, and this is why they're afraid in the sports world. This decision that this young boy made is sending chills up and down the sports world because they are afraid that this is going to catch trend. That this right here is going to be the new wave. And I want to say this. I want y'all, I don't know if you in the chat, but you remember, I forgot, give me the title of that cat's name that we spoke to. I've been talking, me and I want y'all have been talking to an athletic director in the HBCU for I want to say the past year. And we prophesied and we told him that this day was coming. We told when right around George Floyd, that situation happened, we told him these black athletes are becoming more conscious. They're becoming more searching for their self-identity, and they're going to start coming to the HBCUs. You need Commanding General Yohanna you need the I.S.U.P.K on these campuses. You need to create an office for us before this racial reckoning happens. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to come behind this, if I could, General and Captain. What's getting ready to come behind this, the more athletes you see go to these schools, star athletes, the HBCUs, you better get ready because you're a target.
Yeah.
And why do I say that? Because you better put a cap on white women enrollment. You better put a cap on these white women because now they're going to follow the money. They're going to follow the money. And you need the I.S.U.P.K. and not just on as far as the athletic program, because the spotlight is on you now with getting these star athletes. Howard just got another a 3-star athlete just committed to Howard University up there in DC. You know what I'm saying? One of the top in the nation. He just committed, following right behind him.
Right.
So you see this way, they want to be in a space where they can see themselves and be themselves. You understand?
Is that
now? Salaki, go ahead, Cap.
No, go ahead, Salaki. I'm gonna let you finish.
But now we want to ask you a question, HBC. We know the white university won't teach critical race theory, but where's the critical race theory in the HBCUs taught by yours truly, the I.S.U.P.K under Commander Johnny Yohanna? Where are they at?
Right.
You understand? See, we haven't heard a peep from you Negroes because you hiding. You trying to hurt them cash those checks that's coming in. But I'm gonna tell you like this: Joseph was, like the general always say, Joseph was a genius. He understood what it means to solidify your people in a domain where they can thrive. And this right here is gonna bring revenue into the city. But you need a prophet of the Lord. Because Egypt has 7 years of plenty, and it has 7 years of famine. You understand? You need a word from the Most High. You need the I.S.U.P.K. Salaki, General.
No, you good. Go ahead, Mashak. What you gonna say? Mashak, what you gonna say something?
Oh, Salakia. Yeah. As he was talking about the the HBCUs, he's so right. I mean, Uncle Hunt, it's so bad where, okay, like if we was solid as a separate actual race of people, like Chinatown, the Jewish nation, the Ethiopians, if we was that separate, I could see these oppressors' daughters being the Trojan horse. But these big-headed Negroes up there is so goddamn corrupt. All they have to do is run an audit. Remember, Jesse Jackson Jr. was, buying Michael Jackson socks and his golden glove, and the other one down here in Maryland by University of Maryland, where they arrest the wife and she got thousands of dollars. I think it was 38,000 grand in her stockings when they arrested her. She trying to hide the money, and they put her in the car with money in her drawers. Like, as this one go, you're gonna have to, you gotta really clean the house up now. You know what I mean? All that little money that's siphoning off to the side and all this thing, that thing gonna have to get cleaned up. But once again, thank you, Martin Luther King, because as you say, it's a target on us all the way. And because we're not together as one, we ain't solid, that heat that comes upon us is going to destroy everything. Like to make this type of move is a strong move. Like you hear about when they was ready to raid the Negro Leagues, and how they went and watching all these brothers, Satchel Paige and then the Jackie Robinson, and seeing all the good things they was doing in the Negro Leagues. And they said when the Negro Leagues was not just about the players, there was a whole thriving economy around the Negro Leagues. From the people selling the food, the musicians, the clothing. It was a whole day affair when games was on. You know what I mean? Even those players in the college football, with the famous one, gambling, and somebody else, I forget the historic match. You know what I mean? And then when they started integrating these players in, how it changed the whole face of these white institutions, because they brought in players who had superb ability and changed them financially. So now, like this year, as you say, is damn near like it's damn near like an exodus. It's damn near like an exodus from, America today, as, you go to school, you go to a white D1 school, and now that's your conveyor belt to the pros, where, a brother now, he going out on faith and going and signing with somebody who all generations could identify with as a legit black superstar. Going back and raising black children to do something that's different from what, is the norm. I think it's something I don't think they're paying enough attention to what Deion Sanders doing even from before. Like I was watching an interview with him, and he was talking, he was not one of Nike's big sponsorship face people with endorsements. And he had a camp for kids, and he went and asked Nike to sponsor the football camp for children. And Nike told him they ain't got money for that. And he said from that day, he walked away from them. He's like, you want to use my name for this Diamond Turf and this Deion Sanders, this. And when I ask you for something to give back to these kids, because these kids can't make you no money, right? You decide now, you pushing me to the back because I ain't running, I ain't playing no more. But I still made you a lot of money. He understood that day that he had to go and be able to cut a piece of, economy for black people, for black children. Like what he's doing for a brother in the world is absolutely commendable. What he's doing for a brother in the world. And he ain't any truth now. He ain't any truth. He might be buying Christmas gifts right now. But for a brother in the world, risking it all like that, doing black. Listen, his family black. That old rib he got is a sister for years. Yeah. Took the money and putting everything back into black institutions. And, now it's a problem. Now he paid him off. So all them recruits that was paying off, the 5-5,
exactly.
Jalen Rose and all of them, when they say, listen, we all gonna go, none of us gonna go. Right. Where was all them agents, them old grimy, cruddy agents that made, LeBron go straight to the league? You know what I mean? Where, they wasn't paying nobody off.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. They pay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Captain.
No, please. I just whenever y'all finish, I got a preset for this.
Come. It's like most people are saying now. This is they calling it a racial reckoning. I'm hearing the word inflection point. Because they saying now these young athletes are now becoming more racially and politically aware, like it was in the 70s, like it was with those football players and basketball players and different players back then. You understand?
Yeah.
So we coming once again. These things are happening all over again.
Yeah.
And see, we got to strike while the iron's hot. See, and on Fox, what's that cat named? Doug Gottlieb or whatever. Gottlieb. Yeah, he was on there talking crazy stuff on there. He was saying the kid making a bad mistake. He was comparing the HBCUs to a CrossFit trainer and saying, what are they good for? Like, this just shows you how they look at you. Now, you got to understand, it's still the Negro League because 70 or 80% of the players are black or Negroes.
Kahan,
it's just the management is. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Cap.
I just want to interject right there. You know, the real issue here is that this is a black strong man. Like he ain't no black. You know, he ain't have this sodomite homo vibe on him. This is a brother standing as a man, making moves as a brother. Like they damn near carrying him the same way they carried LeVar Ball. Remember how they would drag LeVar Ball at every turn for how he would carry his sons and how he would stand for his sons. And look at them now; they damn near, running the NBA. Like damn near, the everybody's lips as the next generation. But as you say, they attacking him is really, again, it comes back to that black masculinity. Because if this, as you say, it's still black players. Like the same black players would have been playing for white colleges with white coaches, with them coaches that would abuse them and throw the basketball at them and call them all kind of names. But because they're playing with a black strong figure, and he's such a strong figurehead for black people, that's going to be a problem.
Cool. I'm sorry. Go ahead, General.
No, go ahead, Kahan. Go ahead.
And they said that this year, because of, and he recruited a couple of players, a lot of players that just signed to him. But he said this year alone, just him being in that city. And the type of players he recruited and the people coming to see the games, he generated over $30 million in the city of Jackson, Mississippi.
Good.
Now, I don't think Jackson, Mississippi seen that much money here, probably since Mega Evans. You understand? When Ali and them used to come through there, and James Brown. But you didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? But that's basically what's going on now. So like,
what I wanted to say was this. You see the kind of, the athlete that Deion Sanders was, and he was making money in our oppressor's kingdom. He reverted back to give back to where he came from, right? And we got a job in the HBCU. So now because of that, like you said, they made a whole lot of money, right? Now, they might not be all the way in the truth or might not be in the truth at all. They may hear us or whatever, right? But this is what I can guarantee you. The Spirit of the Lord is in all this right here.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of these so-called stars out here, athletes, Hollywood, they hear us on them street corners. They hear us and see us teaching. Give me that scripture, Kazak Ahmad, in the book of Isaiah, where it says, your teachers shall not be hid in the corner anymore. Though I give thee the bread of adversity. Because even though we're going through what we're going through in this land, they are now hearing what is going on. They hear us on them corners teaching. And they hear us talk about black unity, black love. And when I say black love, I'm talking about the Hispanic brothers and the Davidian brothers. You understand? We all one. They hear and understand what's going on. Some of them might not really want to be able to come up with what they got right now and do it in a different way than what we're doing. But it's still the hand of the Lord in all this here, man. And Kahan, you made a comment about that cat Doug Gottlieb, right?
Yes, sir.
The reason why he's saying what he's saying is because, and you touched on it, They look at us as cattle in this land. There are a few things that we are good for in this land called America. That's being entertainment. Whether it's singing, dancing, sports, comedy, that's what we good for. You understand me? And in his mind, he can't see why he's taking all that talent to a school that he don't think going to develop that talent.
That's right.
Because he sees us as being cattle. You understand?
Right.
That's all it is. A cattle. A cattle generates a revenue to keep you paid. When you brought out the monetary value of what he did for that city and that area where that school is, imagine if damn near all the black athletes went back to HBCUs. Can you imagine the benefits we have in the neighborhoods around them? And listen, we had that at one time. We had it. Thank you, Dr. Michael King.
That's right.
Because you stopped that, man.
Yep.
You destroyed that. Well, right now, the Lord put in the earth back that spirit of us coming together again. The Lord is in the midst of this here, man. And while these cats may not want to really acknowledge us, because they may be afraid a little bit, and I understand, but we're not afraid.
That's
and
right.
We can keep on teaching. And what we saying, they are singing. Give me that scripture, because
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction.
I mean, all this hell be catching in this land. All the things going on. Go ahead.
Yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
You still gonna see us on the street corners teaching. You're gonna hear us on the internet airwaves. And you're gonna hear us talk about how we gotta come back together again and build our house up again strong. You understand me? You're gonna see it. You're gonna hear us. And guess what you're gonna do? Just what they're doing right now.
Right.
This is a start. Now, and think about this here. Think of all the kids who are going to the HBCU just for the black experience.
Right.
Because you pointed out before. They want to go there just to be around their own people. You understand me?
Yeah.
Just for the black experience. That's what's going on out here today, and the Lord's hands in that, man. They hear us on them street corners. And it's starting to push in their brain about what's going on and where they need to be at. You understand me?
Yeah.
That's what's going on out there, man. That's why you see this right here. And like you said, Kahan, it's going to happen all over the country. More of this going to happen.
That's right.
More of this going. And let me tell you something. Even if this kid don't make it to the NFL, it ain't the end of the world.
That's right.
It ain't the end. Kid go to college, he play in school, get a degree, get a job, raise a family. You understand me? Everybody don't make it to the NFL all the time. They're going to sports or the NBA. You know what I mean? Or the baseball league.
So like
this cat go in here, make a living, and he lives. Somebody want to say something?
So like, John, it's so heavy you say that, John, because that's exactly what we told the athletic director in the HBCU, one of the athletic directors that was in the SWAC division. We told him that Commanding General Yohanna, he just don't care about these kids' career. He cares about their life. He cares about their life after the football.
Right.
He's going to give them life skills and teach them how to deal with all these things that were going on. A lot of these kids, they needed counseling when all these George Floyd and things happened. There was tons of discussions, and a lot of them were trying to be censored on those campuses. But I'm like you said, General, you Negroes that's in the way, the spotlight, like the General said, the Lord's hand is in this, man. The Lord is stirring up the pot. The Bible says every man gonna turn to his own people,
right,
in that day. So we all got to come back home. So don't look at it strange that it's happening. It's gonna shake up a lot of pieces in this on the field. But see, now we have the ball. Don't fumble it. Get the priests and prophets of the Lord on the field. You understand? This is high time. It's not only prime time, but it's high time to wake out of slumber. And this is what we telling you in the I.S.U.P.K, brothers and sisters. You an athlete out there. You may be an athlete, whether you are the top in the nation or wherever. You need to come into these classes and learn about your culture, man. Because that's exactly what this brother's seeking. He want to be a place around his culture, man. He want to be around. He want to hear his music, be around his people, and thank the Lord, date his women. Hopefully, you understand. That's what I look at, man. Maybe it's a sister gonna get a chance to marry this brother if he get, you know, whether he go pro or not. But if a sister got a chance to be with this brother and be able to, you know what I'm saying, have a better life, we want our sons and daughters to marry each other. Salaki, General.
No, you're right, brother. You're right. And like you said, the Lord's hand is in this. The Lord made this happen. You're gonna hear more about it, man. Because the Most High want this to happen. The Lord is stirring the pot, y'all, to bring these 12 tribes back together again. You understand me? And you seeing it start to listen. It's going out in the airwaves, what we saying all the time. Now, Khan say this all the time. It's going out in the airwaves, going out. You know what I mean? And it is. And you see certain things move in the earth because people are hearing now what we're saying. These young kids, they ain't dumb. And let me tell you something. Stop playing these kids like they dumb. They not dumb. These kids watch what's going on out here.
That's right.
They see all the things going on. These kids not slow. They hear the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
And they want to experience some blackness. You understand? Everybody don't have the strength and the heart that we had to come up in here to be a priest and a prophet and drop everything by the wayside. Some people might just want to support, you know, in the background. And that's fine.
Right.
But they still hear us. They still see us. And they know what we say, more importantly, is the truth.
Come on, come.
It's like my Mesa.
Go ahead, Kadazar.
And then the reason this is such an astonishment is because it's designed for him to not return back to his own.
Yeah.
When you read in 2 Kings, the 24th chapter, I'm going to start at the 11th verse, then drop down to 14. And Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came against the city, and his servants did besiege it. Verse
let Kazak Garrett for you, because Katazar. 2 Kings what?
2 Kings, if you could read 24 and 14 now, Baba Kasha.
Come on.
What you're about to see is that they have fully embodied the spirit of Babylon here, and that every empire that was great became great off of our backs, became great off of our labor, became great off of our ingenuity, great off of our inventions. You understand? Even when you go back into ancient Egypt, it's said that we built treasure cities for Pharaoh. We're the ones doing that. It's the same way we're building treasure cities for Pharaoh today. We built DC. Benjamin Banneker designed Big Ben, the damn bridge, London Bridge, as well as designing DC, you know what I'm saying, and the White House. We make everything great inside this place. You see all these skyscrapers. The entire New York skyline has changed because of Hudson Yards. It's black and Hispanics doing all the real work. You get what I'm saying? They got the white boys changing light bulbs. You understand? It's Issacharites, Puerto Ricans, Simeonites, all hanging off the side of the goddamn building, doing everything that matters. But Baba Kashav, you could read that.
Kawakan. 2 Kings, chapter 24, verse 14. And he carried away all Jerusalem.
Dead.
And all the princes.
Dead.
And all the mighty men of valor.
Man, listen, man, our mighty men of valor, the hard rocks, they're in jail. You understand? The rest of them that are athletic specimens who would be able to protect a home and be a warrior, you understand? If they not in the UPK, they on the gridiron, they run in the basketball field, so on and so forth. They giving all of their energy and time into turning themselves into a monstrosity of an athletic specimen just to make some white billionaire, you understand, a few more. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Kawakan. Even 10,000 captives.
Dead.
And all the craftsmen and smiths.
You understand? Meaning the skilled laborers, the people with talents, they take our lawyers.
Yep.
They take our doctors. You understand? They take our skilled laborers, and if they can't take us, they try keeping us out the union so we can't learn it and the skill stays with them.
Right.
They have done this so that we can only build their nation, and God forbid we can return on to our own. Finish it for me.
Kawaka, and all the craftsmen and smiths, none remained, save the poorest.
Save the what?
Save the poorest.
The poorest, go ahead.
Sort of the people of the land.
You know what this means? This means that poverty is engineered.
Yep.
This means that the condition of poverty is literally a engineered social construct. It's a plan. It's an agenda in order to keep you down. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this is exactly what it is, because they want you. They want you to never be able to return these skills back onto us, because guess what? When we had it, we made Paradise Valley, Detroit.
Right.
Yeah.
We had Seneca Village.
Yeah.
We had Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And these are just 3 cities. You know how many cities there were? Listen. Wilmington, Delaware was a black city. They made war against these people to take it. Rosewood was destroyed. There's countless amounts of these cities. Why? Because they needed us to integrate. They needed us to separate from ourselves, so now we could sweep their streets. You understand? Take out their trash. Keep our head down while we die in silence. Can't talk about none of this in school. While meanwhile, they take all the greatest away from us, and then set up the roadblocks and make it seem as if we're wrong if we go back and help. As if we're wrong if we go and rebuild infrastructure. As if we're wrong if we go against the grain. And what you saw was was the attempted financial lynching of Colin Kaepernick. They wanted to make an example of him so nobody else would walk off that gridiron, because God forbid we start our own league.
Yeah.
God forbid. It's because nobody wants the hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be the generation that takes a pay cut until we build it up, because you want the 300 million for playing for the Mets. You know what I'm saying? You want the 120 million for signing with the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? And then meanwhile, you can't protest.
Right.
You can't speak, you understand, against this oppressor or stand up for your people. You understand? You end up like LeBron, where they say just dribble the ball and shut your mouth. Whatever they're paraphrasing, of course. You understand? When why couldn't they? Why can't they have a decent human right to be able to? Because once again, Commander GEN.YAHANNA said this. Jeremiah said it as well. You understand that if you are, you understand, a celebrity in the Black, Hispanic, or Latino community, by proxy, by default, you are a role model. Like it's your responsibility to be able to take care of your people. And you know what? We are seeing an influx of it. And we're seeing it inside the youth, because even that sister, Naomi Osaka, she turned around and said, I'm a black woman first, and decided to sit out at the opens. You know what I'm saying? So much so to the point where she said, you know what? The sister's mixed, but she says, I'm not playing for America. I'd rather go play for Japan. Right. And they went crazy over that too. Right. They want the glory. Now think about it. And I'm gonna land here, you know what I'm saying, Salakia, but imagine if every Black and Latino decided to not play for any European country around the world. What medals do you think y'all winning?
None. The medal of being the devil.
That's it. You get what I'm saying? Like y'all getting an honorable mention that you were there. That's it. You competed. Nobody's gonna remember you. You know what I'm saying? Because we are the salt of the earth, and I say Barakatha Yahweh Yahushua, that, you know what I'm saying, like we're coming back to our own, because this is the result of it. What they did then, they do now, and it is engineered for us to be not returned to our people. So thank God for Commander General Yahanna. You understand? And we have leaders, you understand, who can spearhead this as our brothers and sisters in the world start pushing back.
If I could too, right there, just to jump back into on what you were saying, it was so heavy. That was a excellent precept, to run right on the back of what both John Has and Kahan was saying. Like the role model is such a undervalued or underappreciated statement or phrase, and not enough understanding of it is given. It's like it's passive almost. It's like, oh, you're a role model, you're just a role model. Like that's such a heavy office to hold. And as you say, by default, not even a celebrity, like you are a role model just being born into this nation. Like you representing something. Like, you know, like we become role models for the block, for the gangs, for whatever else. But we don't see being a role model for your whole nation. Like I had this book here, $40 Million Slaves, right? What's the brother name? William C. Roden. And a lot of it, you know, I try to go through to find the Negro Leagues, where they describe the Negro Leagues, the economy that's surrounding it, from the taxi drivers to the singers, the guys selling the food at the Negro Leagues, you know, the songs they would sing after at the little clubs after they go out for the Negro Leagues, and how the white recruiters would come there and sit in awe and watch this, they call it this vibrant Africanized style of playing. And they wanted to bring that to their leagues. And now further on here, this is another chapter, right? Where they're talking about the conveyor belt in the high school system to the college system. And how you can't rock the boat, you can't have too much political ideologies, you can't have anything that would rock the boat, and there's a conveyor belt that would just take you straight to the pros. So this is a paragraph I want to read here, which is why it's so important what Deion Sanders doing. And, you know, before we end, if we could touch on how he brought that slut in to talk to the brothers, to let them know what they're going to face with these gold diggers as they get rich.
Right.
Lock here, please. Which one, sir? Right here from the belt. Oh, God.
The belt usually carries young black athletes out of Black America.
Right? That's the conveyor belt system. Like once you don't have a political opinion, you don't have any strong stance on religion or race or anything. I'm just here to play ball.
Right.
To do my job. I'm just here to give 110%. That conveyor belt system is going to carry your sons and daughters out of Black America. Go ahead.
And introduces them to a world with very few African Americans.
Right. And it introduces our people to a world with the oppressor and with heathens, like hungry jackals looking to make money off of us. Go ahead.
A world of white agents, real estate brokers, bank presidents, trustees, and lawyers.
So now as you're going into these Division I schools and you're the #1 draft pick, you know, your stockbroker is going to be an oppressor. Your real estate agent is going to be an oppressor. Your accountant is an oppressor. You know, your sports agent is an oppressor. Your date is an oppressor. Your tutor is an oppressor. Your coach is an oppressor. Your physiotherapist is an oppressor. The nigga bringing your water is an oppressor. Go ahead.
The fact that so many of the athletes' closest advisors are not African American means that they're never around Black models of leadership.
The fact that, read that part again.
The fact that so many of the athletes' closest advisors are not African American means that they're never around Black models of leadership.
Like these going to D1 schools means that they will never see a Black man or woman in context, of course, in a position of power and authority that they could say, I want to be like that person. Like everybody on the earth wanted to be prime time. Every brother was, you know, dancing into the end zone like prime time, doing the Sanders thing. He brought a whole style into the NFL that was Black. So now you imagine your father knew who you was, a big fan. You a young brother now in 2021 playing different positions, and your father, you #1 draft pick, and you get recruited by the head coach who was your father's idol. Like that, just that conversation alone in the household is going to lift this Black man's head up. It's going to make him look at things different. But now the conveyor belt to go to, you know, Yale or you know, the FSU or, you know, UCLA, the Bruins, or whoever you want to go play for them so-called oppressor Division I schools, you don't ever get to see a Black man in this type of position. And see, after practice, see his Black wife come with the Black kids.
Right.
See that the whole Black dynamic, you know, understand how much it does for our people to see how we interact with each other. Just visually seeing it does something. Keep
right.
Rather than pampered passive followers.
Keep reading, sir. Yeah, please.
When his son was a
that's it. Now, rather than pampered passive followers, like they're taking away the ability for a young brother or sister to develop a healthy, relatable role model. that
That's
looks
right.
like them, talks like them. Is, you know, I watched an interview with Denzel Washington where they asked him, why are so many black actors concerned with having a black writer and producer? And he said, don't you think that's racist? He said, no, it's not racist, it's cultural. And they asked him to explain. He said, well, you saying it's racist, you know, trying to make it seem a black thing. But he said, everybody in this room know the smell of a hot comb burning your hair. That's culture. That white writer and that white director don't understand it. Like, he done took them to something in the spirit that
That's right.
amongst each other. He done
That's
took
right.
them to something in the spirit that we need amongst each other. All the other nations are allowed to transfer the spirit from one generation to the next. But
That's right.
they have to cut us off at the knees. So what Deion Sanders doing right here is damn near like 5-5 all over again. Like he's shaking their world. He's turning it upside down. And they coming with the contingency plan. You were so right, Gahan. They better watch out.
Exactly. If I could,
on God.
If I could, what you saying is so right, Captain Shock. They want these athletes, and see, these are millennials, or what they consider post millennials or pre. I forgot what it is. They're millennials, what they call them. But like you said, they want these athletes to be apolitical, and not just when it say Democratic or Republican, but like you said, making a decision on your culture. When that reporter puts that microphone in his face, he's going to react a little bit different on an HBCU than he will a Division I school.
Right.
He's going to act a little bit different. Why? Because he's comfortable. He's around his culture. You understand? He has someone that can relate to him. And like you said earlier, it's just so important for us. Commander GEN.YAHANNA said something that sticks with me today. And I think about this all the time when I see about stories like this. He says you can't have a strong nation if you keep giving love outside of that nation.
Right. Yeah.
The only way, you got to stop outsourcing your love. Your love has to come home. Your love has to, we got problems, but we have to deal with our own problems. We have to fix ourselves in-house, and we can't do that from a distance. We have to be in the trenches. Like you said, Captain Mashah, that conveyor belt leads you to a Kardashian.
Yeah.
It leads you to a Madonna. It don't lead you to that sister that may have a big mouth, but she's in that school, but she's looking for a man to lead her.
Yep.
You understand? She has all the right attributes, but she needs a man to shape her. She needs a man to lead her. You understand? And vice versa. We need a brother may need a sister to comfort him. He can't find that with another woman. He needs that with his own race. He needs to see a man of his own stature that accomplished what he aspires to be. And that's why the UPK is so important, man. The UPK is so important. This is why, if any, we dealing with this HBCU cat, man. But for sure, it's a lot of opposition against the UPK. But guess what? We coming anyway. Okay, we coming anyway, because you can't stop the Holy Spirit, man. But the Lord said He was gonna put it in the mouth of babes, man. He was gonna put this in the mouth of babes, and you see, he didn't grow up in the civil rights era, but he made a decision that most athletes would not even make. The #1 recruit in the United States of America went to a HBCU. Everybody shook right now.
Right.
They saying where the check, where the pay stubs at. Because they think it was some underhanded, and they're gonna try to, like you said, Captain Shop, the vultures are coming. They gonna try to ruin this brother, to say they're gonna try to make an example out of him.
Yep.
To say this is why you should never go to HBCU.
Yep.
Look at what happened to him. They're gonna try to make an example out of him.
Yep.
You need priests and prophets of the Lord to foresee what's coming, because for sure they can't have this. This too much money. You understand? And it's one color the white man recognized, and it's green. He understands the color green. He understands what this could mean if this becomes something that's a catalyst for other athletes. You can't have that, man. So like, go ahead, Captain Shop.
No, you so right. I just wanted just to segue before the time up. Like, this brother, he went as far as bringing this IG model, Brittany Renner, to talk to his, team. And you know, I was reading some of the comments, you know, on another page about the article with it. But this girl here, I don't know, you know, everybody familiar, but this Brittany Renner, I think she was married with some brother. She getting $250,000 in child support now. Something like that. Some young Tristan something. It's Tristan. His name is Tristan Johnson. Tristan Johnson. I forget who she was married to, but she is an IG model, which means she does nothing but pose naked. And some young, simple, dumb brother done go on and give her everything, and I believe she you know, raking him for money. So now he brought this girl in to talk to these young brothers to let them know what to beware of as they are young, prominent black men who are athletes, you know, coming up. I know you'll see the little white boy sitting on there, but he ain't doing this for them. He's doing this for his own. The white boy just benefiting from because his love for black brothers. Right. But you know, they you know, some of the comments on the Twitter and the Instagram is like, that's like bringing the drug dealers to Alcoholics Anonymous. That's like bringing, you know, the thief to talk about stay away from the thieves. But what this brother here is doing is equipping these young men, you know, in a way where they're hearing something, you know, from the predator itself or somebody who is like that, who they understand did that to somebody else, to let them know, listen, man, don't fall for these dumb games. Right. Don't fall for these dumb games up in here. It's damn near like all that would really put the icing on the cake is that at the end of this, she said, and more than, you know, these black Instagram models, watch out for these white kids. Like that's would put the icing fully on the cake right here. You know, like what Deion Sanders is doing is absolutely, for a brother in the world, is absolutely remarkable. I wouldn't doubt he plugging into BLACKWATCH, let the Hebrew speak, you know, ask ye the prophets cross the line. I wouldn't doubt these brothers is plugging in and listening and getting their ideas and inspiration to go do something, to really go out there and do something, because this kind of thing here is unheard of. And he's doing it boldly without caring about who have what to say. I don't know if you all wanted to hear some of it, General, the captains.
I mean, I don't want to hear none of it personally. I don't want to hear none of it. That's just me. You know what I mean? Because I know with them young brothers, a lot of them caught up on their flesh right now, and they ain't learning how to really, you know, stop it. But this is just the beginning, like how we said. The Bible says, seek ye the old path.
That's right.
That old path starts with us coming back together again as a people, right? Excuse me. Now, I've said this before. If you want to see an example of a neighborhood that was right and how we had our own and our blackness before civil rights, everybody look at the movie Lackawanna Blues. Instead of watching the Kardashians and housewives of whatever and watching all this other garbage that's filling your mind up with filth, look at Lackawanna Blues and look at what we used to have and look at what we lost and what we got today. Now, without the truth, we'd be in a cycle of destruction. The truth giving us a chance to come out of it. But it's why now the Lord is now moving in here, like how y'all saying, to bring these things out. You understand me?
Come.
Now, when they see these things don't work, more and more they're going to be now, and then more and more, Kahan, you're going to have more conversations. That's going to be calling y'all. Because they realize their way not working. You understand me? And their way is not the way. I understand what he's trying to do with the kids. All right, cool, I got you. But the only way to really save them children's lives, man, is now that they had them get into this truth.
That's right.
You understand? Let me tell you something, man. That was a hell of a movie, man. Like, yeah, listen, man, I love that movie right there. Man, that showed the movie about us having our own. And, yo, she held that down.
Yep.
And then after civil rights, that whole neighborhood was doing like a bomb fell in that damn place, man.
Yeah.
Come, sir.
You understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go on to the Planned Parenthood, Mashak, for the last few minutes, man.
Come.
Look at that. That's our neighborhoods right now. You know what I mean? And then he ain't no stellar actor, right? But I respect him for making that movie, man, about his childhood, Lackawanna Blues. and what he remembered and what he sees is going on right now. You hear me? And as you see more of black people going into the HBCUs, you will see more of them black neighborhoods reviving themselves again.
Right.
That's going to start happening as well.
Why?
The Lord's hand is involved in all this, man.
Come.
And the teachers are not going to be removed in the corner no more.
Yes, sir.
They see us out there teaching on them streets.
Come.
Preaching. You understand? Dropping the Lord's word. And they hearing it and knowing it's right. You understand?
So lock it, John.
Go ahead, Con.
If I could, John, I just think about the Maccabees, man, on the rededication of the temple. How they tore down the old stones and they found new stones and built it according to the old blueprint. Yep. You understand? Like they didn't take those new stones and try to do something different. They built it according to the old.
Man, I ain't got my head.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's so important what you're saying, General. It's so heavy, man. The Spirit of the Lord is going out in this nation, man. And for sure, it's nothing they can do to stop it.
Right.
There's nothing they can do to stop it, man.
Nah.
They trying to stop it, but they can't.
Nah.
Because now, like you can't stop the Holy Spirit. You can't cancel the Holy Spirit.
Nah, you can't.
What do you expect these kids to do? They see the failure of integration. They see the failure of the civil rights movement. You think they're gonna go ahead and believe in a dream? They want a reality.
Right.
And the UPK is helping them build that reality. We showing them the kingdom of heaven is inside of them.
Yeah.
And it starts with them. Salaki, gentlemen.
Man, right, brother. Man, right. All right, Mashak, let's get it, baby. Let's get that Planned Parenthood story.
Come on.
The last story, man, before we get up out of here.
Planned Parenthood of Los Angeles faces class action lawsuit after data breach. Planned Parenthood of Los Angeles is facing a class action lawsuit after an October cyber attack exposed the health information of more than 400,000 patients. One of those patients brought the suit last week, alleging that she suffered anxiety and stress as a result of the breach. According to HIPAA Journal, the lawsuit alleges that PPLA violated state and federal privacy laws by failing to provide adequate safeguards against a hack. The ransomware attack reportedly occurred on October 9th, but wasn't discovered until October 17th.
All right, you can stop right there. Stop right there, because you know what?
In a way that no other
the Lord is doing this to Planned Parenthood for what they have done to us.
Right.
Like how Captain Khan, you know what I mean, brought that. Oh man, what is it, Khan? Come on.
My for 21.
He said, "I seen this show, sir, and I want to give it to Commander GEN.YAHANNA so Commander GEN.YAHANNA can break this down. You know what I mean, to bring out the truth in what he's saying." And that was my eye for 21, man.
Right.
About the whole thing with Planned Parenthood. This is the Lord now exposing what's going on. And let me say this to you, man. That's whoever she is not just feeling anxiety because of the data breach. They feeling anxiety for the evil that they had done with that abortion, man.
That's right.
Every woman I know that had an abortion had some sort of complications later in life because of it. And all of it is emotional. Some would tell you on the same day of the abortion, they smell that same blood of being at that table and having that baby dragged out of them. You understand? Like it's hell out here because of what happened. And it's the Lord exposing them, man. Like that is evil as hell. And it was a plot to destroy the black family. That's what it was. That's what Planned Parenthood is. You ain't looking out for nobody's welfare. You trying to destroy the black family.
Yep.
That's right.
That's the inception of Planned Parenthood, and it's why they're in every ghetto America.
Come on.
Saying a woman got a choice. If a woman had a choice, she wouldn't get pregnant, man. When a woman gets pregnant, the Lord made that happen.
Right.
The Lord ordains that. Go ahead. Who want to say something about it, man? Come on. Kahan, Cat.
Come.
You know,
if I could, what you said. If I could, John, what you said is so heavy because when a sister commit abortion, like a lot of that is the cause of breast cancer for most women, because that milk that's in their breast is sending a signal to their brain saying that a child is there, and then when they kill that child, that milk becomes hardened in their breast. It's like a mixed signal, and then they get lumps in their breast. A lot of women deal with breast cancer because of abortion, man. But not only that, it's definitely a sin against God. You know, we shouldn't be killing our children. We don't know. Commander GEN.YAHANNA said it before. We don't know who the Lord could be sending back to this nation, man, to help relieve us in this hell that we in, man. We don't know who the Lord could be sending back. You killing that child, saying that it's a choice. But what about that baby, man? Does that baby have a choice?
Yep.
Does that child have a choice to live?
Yep.
We don't know who the Lord could be sending back to us, man. Christ and Moses, Mashah in the Hebrew, they were born under devastating circumstances, man.
Yeah.
They were born under dire straits. We don't know who the Lord could be sending back, and you gonna execute that life that's inside of you. You turn your womb into a tomb, man, by doing that. And the Lord didn't ordain that, man. You understand? So that's totally against. We stand totally against that, man. So like it, General.
And let me tell you how you combat Planned Parenthood, man. You teach your children the truth according to life and according to the Bible and what the Lord says and what we uphold in the I.S.U.P.K. That sex is marriage. You understand me? Sex. So they know, so your daughters know not to go having sex with every boy that smile on her damn face.
Right.
They give her some flowers and tell her she's cute. They laugh and joke with her.
Right.
She know that when it come that time, I lay with this man, it's forever. You tell your young boys, don't just try to go up in a girl's face and smile and get them draws only because you want to. If you decide to do it, you with her forever.
Right.
Don't get no girl and throw away. You teach your kids the right way, man. And guess what? We won't have no need for no Planned Parenthood. Because we will establish the truth in the earth according to the Lord, and we will now have strong families built off of what the Lord gave our forefathers. You understand me? There won't be no need for that. And this is a lie when they say you can do they want you to have a better life. You got to be kidding me, man. We have a better life. We come back together.
That's right.
As one. Black, Hispanic, Independent. That's how we have a better life.
So like
you understand me? Come together as one, doing and following what the Most High said follow. I'm keeping the laws of the Lord.
Right.
Being Hebrew Israelites, man. That's how we do it. You hear me? That's how it's done. And then there won't be no need for Planned Parenthood, man.
Right.
Right.
I never forget. Whew. Hearing the stories and the numbers. When I first heard the numbers of abortions among this the Negro, not the Hispanic Native Indians, just the Negroes almost passed out. It was damn near 500,000 a year. That's a lot of people, man. That's a lot of kids, man. That will be genocide.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for Commander GEN.YAHANNA, wasn't nobody talking about abortion.
That's right.
Nobody.
Right.
He championed that through the spirit of the Lord in I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
That's why, man, I implore you, tell y'all, man, y'all get up and hear these classes. Learn who you are. And let me tell you this here. When you come to these classes and you learn, you go outside of the class and you live like how the Lord say live.
Right.
You understand me? You gonna make a choice when you leave out of here, right? You gonna be in class, you gonna learn. Let me give you an example. Something real small, which we call milk. The Lord says, all right, no more pork. Shrimp, crab, or lobster. Now, you leave out of class, you see the pork? Nah, I don't want that. The shrimp? Nah, I don't want that. Lobster tails? Nah, I'm cool.
Right.
Scallops and all that, mussels and all that? Nah, I'm good. That's what it means now to change life and do what the Lord say do. You understand me? That's what we do inside of here, man.
Right.
That's right.
So get up in these classes, man. Learn who you are, man. And learn how to change your life. Learn how to deny yourself and become somebody special and great, because that's your history and your heritage. That's who you are.
Yep.
You understand? That's what the Lord gave us. Yo, listen, man. We're going to get up out of here, man.
Hey, John, if I could say one thing right there on what you were just saying, like you so right, like it's really, the whole education. I was just looking up out of curiosity. I know too tough everything Planned Parenthood does. And, I look on the website and, the first thing they have is, we need your support. Please donate. And then babies you're killing need the support. But you ain't getting them no support. And all the services they provide is, STD testing, abortions, different types of contraceptives. And that's about it. If you obey the Lord's laws, a place like Planned Parenthood would never exist.
Yeah.
You would have no STDs. Because you're not holy, or you're not being a homosexual, you're not having unlawful sex. If you obey the Lord's laws, you wouldn't have to kill the baby, because once again, you ain't hoeing. You get the point? Abortion is murder. So this is a whole, it's like a coven of witchcraft right here. And, it's good that they gain this sort of attack on things that's supposed to be private and confidential and inside and well protected. Because they done been, a organization of murder, murder for hire. Straight up murder for hire for how, for decades, all the way back to, Margaret Sanger. You know what I mean? Right. This is an anti-Christ organization. Like, you specialize in the consequences for disobeying the Lord. Imagine that. Like, your whole business is based on what happens if you disobey the Lord. Like, much worse needs to happen, man. More hackers need to come by and break this bank. So, you can't get the abortion. You had to have the baby. You know what I mean? You had to have the baby. You don't need no STD treatment. You need to just, suffer. You need to get that burn, because he wasn't supposed to have that unlawful sex he was having.
Salak, if I could, Captain. If I could, General.
Yeah.
So like, and it's so heavy about Planned Parenthood. It just goes to show you, for those people that go against us and believe it's a woman's right to kill a child and that there's no life there. When you check up, even the white man scientist, when he goes out of space, if he finds one drop of water, one drop of water on Mars, guess what he'll say he found? He'll say he found life.
That's right.
If he find one bacteria cell on another planet, he'll say he found life. But that seed inside of you, he tell you that's not alive. Why? Because you come from the Lord's chosen people. Don't be deceived, brothers and sisters. What the I.S.U.P.K say, we stand on it. Why? Because it's from the Most High Power. It's from our divine deity that tells us he decides when life begins. He decides what's life. You see what death is, and it's called Planned Parenthood. So, like a gentleman.
And listen, anybody want to say anything else? Kadazai?
I mean, lies. Only thing I can say is, what I'm saying, like, our prayers are coming true, because, what I mean, we pray against Planned Parenthood. You know what I mean? Like, we don't pray for peace in the Middle East. You know what I mean? And then missiles go over Gaza. You know what I'm saying? Like, we pray for plagues, and then COVID comes. You know what I'm saying? We pray for Planned Parenthood to get destroyed, and then this happens. So for anybody out there, you understand, let's see whose prayers is really coming true.
Right.
Let's see who the Lord is really with, because we know in John 9:31, Lord don't hear the prayers of sinners.
Right.
No. You understand? So you keep praying for peace and for cures and ways to avoid the vaccine. You understand? And we'll keep praying, you understand, for destruction of our enemies. And then let's see who the Lord's with.
Yep.
I'm going to give everybody a mission here. And you ain't got to report back to us, but this is what I want y'all to do. 3 things. I want y'all to look for the video of my Alpha 21. Right? Watch the video of my Alpha 21. I want you to research Margaret Sanger and the comment she made about Planned Parenthood. Right? Then I want you to fast forward to modern day times and find the statement that Hillary Clinton made about Margaret Sanger. And see if times changed from back then to now. And you'll see the agenda of not only Planned Parenthood, but the oppressors altogether when it comes to us.
Right.
That being said, man, let's get up out of here, Mashak. Listen, let me tell y'all something, man. BLACKWATCH, he held it down for Commander GEN.YAHANNA. He'll be back live Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Judah Muhammad going to have Scripture breakdown Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yo, pay your Passover fund. Get your books in your rooms locked in. Get the flights together. We're going to have a glorious Passover in Florida. I'm telling you, you're going to walk out the hotel and be right at the Passover.
Yep.
You understand? Walk right out the hotel, the Passover right there. It's a glorious, glorious time, man. And we're going to do it up for the Lord. With that being said, also, man, pay your tithes, man. Like, we're able to do these things when we pay tithes to the Lord. And our money that come in with the tithes go to where it's supposed to go. You understand me? With that being said, man, we're going to get up out of here. I want to say shalom to all Israel. You know what I mean? Big up to Captain Mashak Mayum. Captain Hunter Yard, Captain Cotton's man, for getting out there today back in Times Square, blazing up Times Square. Yeah, to go back to where he cut his teeth at. Let's go get him, Cotton's You know what I mean? And Kazak Ahmad, who here, you know what I mean?
Damn right.
Shalom, Israel. See you next week.
Shalom.
Yep.
Take a second, we reflecting with the light, but this the life, I fucking love it. Wouldn't trade it to be white, now that's alright. I got the right at birth, the devil's redefining worth. Someday you'll pay the price. No, I don't break a fold, I need and bake the dough and recreate the flow. They think they making though, what they forsake is so essential. Over lentils, get your issue. Guess who's on this instrumental with you? A damn if we was family, view unread and call it spam. I'm not a fan of Antichrist, they slayed the man, I swayed the Tim. Like here I am, the son of Sam is taking shots at David Berkowitz. Pussy. A different discipline existed in this New York state of mind. Say since not no not the actor, but the year we's effort. Not one thing in mind to grind until this gavel turned his words to mirth from Babel. 69, I follow protocol. This kingdom built on guy bones, so I can't love Esau, and I can't fuck with y'all. I ain't gotta say it twice, you vouching for the enemy, but look, my father ain't have a father cause of dope. I'm anti-politics cause Christ died from a vote. How the richest nation locked the homeless up for being cold. How ironic they relating smoking weed to getting stoned. You trim your ways and seek they love. I'ma bring this sword back wet with a vest dipped in blood. Niggas giving up when they don't even give enough. Going nowhere fast, niggas always in a rush. I give them love cause my brother's lost. Christians eating, watch they brothers starve. No way I can serve another God. I give my love cause my brother's lost. Christians eating, watch they brothers starve. I can't serve another God. Cold-blooded.